Well, this last week I cooked some chicken breast and used some of that the bully seasoning, which is not habanero. It has some scorpion in it. Real nice taste and a little bit of heat. This upcoming week we're going to be cooking a couple of briskets for a reunion. I've got 45, if not 50 pounds of meat between some pork shoulders and some briskets that are sitting in the fridge thawing out. Also, there's a new way that you can listen to this podcast. Do you know what it is?
What?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
No, that's not it. You actually just go ahead and say, Alexa, go ahead and play the Okie Smokin Podcast.
That was really dumb. Can we get this done instead of you freaking around?
Did you have any? You didn't have any of the chicken breast with the heat seasoning, as you said they had too many carbs.
It has brown sugar and
had brown sugar in it. You just used your regular seasoning, some garlic and salt, but that was real good. So we're going to talk about all that on today. It's episode number 27.
Time to fire up that grill. From smoked pork to smash burgers, outdoor cooking just tastes better. This is the Okie Smokin Podcast. And here's your host, John Berry.
Alongside the beautiful wife, Dolores Berry. Hanging out here this afternoon, going ahead and going to talk about. You did talk about you did that watermelon this last. We talked about that. And folks, you wouldn't believe it, but can you carry a watermelon, Jake?
Yeah.
Go bring me one of them watermelons. We actually have a couple of more. You think you can make it over here? See if he could get this. Also, something new going on out here is you can watch this, and I'll show you this watermelon. If you check it on YouTube, check this out. This right here is a full-size watermelon. And we got this, she got two more of these, and you started the watermelon diet again?
I already did it.
So she is doing it again. You started that one.
Well, the reason why I'm doing it is because, our reunion's this weekend, and I want to cheat, so I got to drop a few pounds, and then if I gain some, it'll be all right.
Good for you.
So, yeah.
It's a big old one.
That's what she's doing. She's got the watermelon and going to be doing the watermelon diet again for a couple of days. And so you can also check us out. We got a new YouTube channel. It is Okie Smokin Podcast. It's separate from the main channel. If you look us up, just so it doesn't interfere with the same ones. But let's go ahead and talk about.
Yeah. Do you know how big the watermelon is?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how big it is. How much do you think that thing weighs?
About,
I don't know.
Maybe a good 80 pounds.
No, it ain't no 80 pounds.
Oh, that's a big watermelon. If it was
If it's 80 pounds, it'd weigh a whole lot more. But yeah, no, it's not no 80 pounds. But we got that watermelon, and she's going to be doing that again. So let's jump right into it. This last week, I went ahead and used the pit barrel, which I haven't brought out in quite some time, and cooked 6 chicken breasts in there. And let me just say, the pit barrel makes some good chicken.
Yeah, it was juicy.
And fast. And I didn't use the regular charcoal. I actually had some lump charcoal that I'd used. They get hotter. They don't look like charcoal. Use some hickory on those and smoke that up.
Talking about. You'll have to show me.
Yeah, I'll have to show you what they are. I can't think of the exact term for them. And those, they just make some great chicken. It's quite incredible how quick it cooks it as well. Now, this upcoming week, we're going to be doing a brisket. I'm going to be doing 2 of them. Mm-hmm. And do you think we need to do them with heat, or should they be mild?
Oh, you're talking about the seasoning.
Yeah, how about, we got so much seasoning to choose from.
I don't. I know my aunt doesn't really care for spicy stuff.
Yeah,
that I know of. Because I could have swore when she was here, she said, "Is it spicy?" And she said that she didn't really care for the spicy.
Yeah.
But
so we're expecting originally 40 people.
Yeah,
to
I think
50.
Everybody else wouldn't mind spicy.
But you think it's slimmed down to maybe less than 30 people?
I have no clue. Oh, and my cousins, they did reply, and they are all 3 coming.
Okay, there's 3 more.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be cooking, and if you want to check some of this out, I'll have some videos. I'll probably make some shorts, some TikTok stuff just during this, because I'm going to be cooking from Friday night all the way to Saturday, 2:00. I plan on having the brisket done by 9 or 10. So I'm going to be putting that brisket and the pork shoulders on about 9 at night.
Now you're just wrapping it, right, and putting it in the cooler. You're not doing the towel, right? Or unless you're going to buy a towel.
Well, no, we're going to have to use a towel to keep it.
Oh, we could use the old towels and buy new ones.
Yeah, that's fine. But we're going to want to wrap it all up.
The only reason why is because I seriously hate washing your towels.
Yeah, we can
It takes
keep them
ages to
as
get
barbecue
rid of that
towels.
smell. Okay, that will be good.
But they still got to be washed.
I know that, but you could still use them for your barbecue stuff, Like, I'll wash them and stick them out in the garage for you.
A special towel.
Yeah, because, you guys, I'm telling you.
Yeah, because I want to get them done about 4 or 5 hours before the actual time to eat. And then I'm going to be making some sides. And I think I'll do them briskets slightly different. And now I want to go ahead and cut the point off of both of these. So one's 17 pounds, and I think one's 14 pounds. Don't quote me on it, somewhere in there. And I'm going to go ahead and look, and you can find
why
where
don't
the
we
point
do
is.
One with like spiciness and the other one not so spicy,
That's something I was thinking about.
That sounds good.
I do one of them with spiciness, one of them without spiciness.
Yeah. And then we just like put it in the two different things,
Now,
and tell them like, hey, this is spicy and this is not.
Once the point gets done, do you think I should go ahead and cook it into burn-ins?
If you want to.
Yeah, as I'll have
I
two
have
of
a
them.
different type of meat, the burnt-ins.
Yeah, it'll be.
I know it's the same, but it's like different tasting.
Yeah, I can cut it all up and put it in the smoker. Good. So that'll be done closer to 2:00. We're going to have that done there.
Yeah.
Also, I am going to do something. I'm going to get, someone told me about these apple bush beans. So I'm going to get 2 cans of bush beans and a can of apple filling. Has anybody done this? If you have, let us know. There's many ways in the show notes. You can send us a text and let us know, or in the YouTube comments, ever how you're watching. And we're going to go ahead and mix all that together. Maybe add some seasoning.
You know how you're putting the apple and all that stuff together? At the end, you should douse it with a little brown sugar on top to get that.
Yes, I can do that.
Char type.
Cook it for a couple of hours out there in the smokers while I got everything going, and go ahead and let that smoke. Add the brown sugar on top.
And then you're also doing hot links and hot dogs. Is that what you're doing too?
Well, I don't know. I probably will get some hot dogs because there may be some kids that just want some hot dogs. So I'll have that. I'm considering a bologna log.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Doing that, smoking it, scoring it up, and then putting seasoning on it. I might do 2 of those.
Now, as for sides, someone's making potato salad, right? That we know of.
They might be. So I don't
hopefully
plan on doing potato salad.
Yeah.
If they don't, that's fine. We're going to have enough stuff anyway.
Do we still have our mac and cheese that we bought from that place? Because I don't believe we ever cooked it.
There is one in the freezer when I got the meat out.
That. We'll
so
put that
we've got mac and cheese.
Okay.
It's frozen.
Okay. I was wondering where
and we got
that.
That's from the chef's store, right?
Yes.
From the it's kind
So
of
we'll see how that tastes.
Yeah. So you just throw it in the oven, or should I smoke it?
No, we'll put it in the oven, babe. We'll just
don't want to
oven.
overdo the smoke.
No, well, it's not that. It's just everything's so outside, and you want some things cooking in here too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because I'm going to have too much going out there.
Too much inside everything, and you'll be behind.
Right. So that's what it looks like. So if you're been following along, I've been telling you we're going to be doing a reunion, and in our upcoming episode, we'll talk about what we actually did cook. Right now, we're talking about what we're going to cook, and things might change. But we do have a couple of briskets that I am going to cook.
And a shoulder, right?
A pork shoulder.
I have a question. So is pork butt and shoulder like the same, or is it different?
Yeah,
I was
basically
like,
the same thing.
Okay, I was always wondering that. Well, then why did they call it a shoulder?
Different regions.
Is it
For the
from
most
the
part,
shoulder?
it's the same thing.
Okay.
we're going to go ahead, and I don't know if I'm going to cook the pork shoulder on the Pit Boss or on the Weber Smoky Mountain.
What are you going to cook it in?
Or I could put it on the Pit Boss or the Pit Barrel.
I'm so confused.
I know. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I've got too many things going on. I think I want to do the briskets on, at least I might do, I could do one brisket and one pit butt on the
Wait, you just said pit butt.
on the pork butt on the pellet grill, and then do one of each on the Weber Smoky Mountain, and that way.
And then you got the burnt ends. Where are you putting those?
Well, the burnt ends, you're going to cut the point off, and we're going to cook it at the same time in the same units. It may get done sooner. Then we're just going to let it rest.
Yes.
Once it rests, we will then cut it up in chunks of cubes. And then a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours before it's time to eat, we'll make sure we put them back on and re-cook them some more.
Yeah.
Once we add it and turn them into some all goodness. Some brown sugar, some honey, some barbecue sauce, just whatever you want.
And then we got those things I'm going to fill up with barbecue sauces and stuff.
Yep.
You'll just have to tell me what to fill up in those.
We're going to make it look like a catering. We're going to have actual bottles that you'll be able to put in and go around. So that is our cook that we're going to be doing here real soon.
You're making me hungry.
Took everything out of the freezer last night or yesterday morning.
Yeah.
It's still frozen. I checked it. It's still frozen. It should be thawed out, I would say, probably around Thursday.
I say Wednesday.
Yeah. And then if I want it completely thawed, so by Friday night, I'll be able to go ahead and start cooking those there. And
so you have one for your friend that you're supposed to be cooking for. What day are you doing that Friday night also?
So
and
also,
how are you delivering this when we have everything going on?
I'm going to be cooking his Thursday night.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be done Friday, and then I'll let it rest, and I'll just take it to him, noon, 2 o'clock Friday. It isn't no big deal. I'm not going to really be starting the major cooks until Friday evening. So there's a gap there, maybe doing some prep stuff. But Friday midday, there's not much going on.
We're going to be so tired because my auntie comes in so early in the morning on Friday.
Right, and then I'll be completely off from Friday through Monday.
Yeah.
Off of work.
So if we need to take anybody to the airport, we'll be able to.
We'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yep. So
I don't know. I can't remember what day Nico leaves, but he'll be here. He'll be enjoying your food. He's always like, "Oh, Uncle John, your stuff looks so good," because he watches the.
There's a reason I've been chosen.
Exactly.
To cook all this stuff.
Everybody's like, "Ooh, your stuff is so good."
Yeah, so.
I kind of like it because I'm kind of off, when you cook your stuff, I don't have to do anything except for sides.
Right. Yeah, I won't mess with the sides too much. So hopefully we'll get some sides brought in. Like you said, mac and cheese. Too, I'm going to do them baked beans. And there'll be some other things.
I forgot the baked beans.
Your sister always brings something, so there'll be...
If she could come.
There'll be plenty of stuff out here. So moving on, what else was it you were wanting to talk about? I can't remember. We had the chicken.
Your stir fry.
The stir fry. That's what it was. So you're not a fan of spam. You're not a spam fan?
I am not. And I did taste it, and I am still not
Do not
spam
like
fan.
the spam.
Nope. But I was eating the broccoli, though.
I took some spam from a can, cut them into cubes, and then went ahead and put them on the Blackstone. Used some grapeseed oil. That's what I had. I'd usually use avocado. I like grapeseed oil too. I don't mention it much or use it as much, but grapeseed oil is a good high point oil. So I went ahead and put that on the Blackstone, cooked those chunks or cubes of spam. You could do them lengthwise. I did them in cubes and cooked them till they got warm, golden brown, just so they had a nice color. I mean, you do agree the color looked nice. Mm-hmm. I mean, they look beautiful. I mean, nice little color on them, little tan lines.
That's why I was like, I haven't tried it in a while, so I'll try a piece. No.
Is it the texture? Is it the taste?
It's the texture and the taste.
Nothing about it.
I just don't like it. I just ew.
I did a video on that, and Annie Smokin Pot commented and said she made, and I'm going to look up in her channel a while back ago, a breakfast with spam, spam hash browns. You wouldn't try
I'm not. No,
the
I just
spam
am
and the
not
spam and some hash browns and some
Nope.
eggs and stuff. And that sounds pretty good to me. Basically, instead of ham, spam.
Ew, no thanks.
But after we went ahead and I heated that spam up for quite some time, then I went ahead and added a little more oil and threw the vegetables down. Now, to really kick this off, I wanted some noodles. And all I did was got 3 packs of ramen noodles from the grocery store and went ahead and boiled those while I was cooking this inside on the stove for about 3 minutes, drained them, and just set them aside. So then we cooked the spam, put the vegetables down. Once those vegetables started to get partially cooked, I added some seasoning, and I added about a half a pack from that ramen noodle packet to add some flavor to it. Cooked those down some more, and once the vegetables were about 3/4 of the way cooked, I would say, I went ahead and plopped the noodles right on top, mixed all that together, added a little bit more of that packet of seasoning, and I went ahead and added some barbecue seasoning. You can use any of your choice. I used Total Chaos from Barbecue and Rubs and More.
It smelled good too.
It's some real good seasoning. You said it had a carb or something in it, so you haven't tried that, didn't you?
No, remember it has sugar in it.
It had sugar in it. That's what it is. But it's got a lot of flavors going on.
Yeah.
And it works extremely well with anything I've tried. I've tried it on chicken and various things. So I went ahead and added that in there. Mixed those noodles up. The vegetables were frozen to start and they had to cook. This would also work well if you just had a wok, and you had a wok of it going in there. I didn't have my lid to put over it to steam it. That would also have helped. But I just kept stirring it for about 15 minutes. And of course, as the chef does, you just, okay, let me try a piece of broccoli. Oh, it's good, but could use another minute. Another minute, you try another piece of broccoli. Another minute, you get you a piece of carrot.
Yeah.
And you kind of go through it. And
I'm not a fan of cooked carrots.
And then once it tastes like everything's tender, everything's good and done, do it one final stir, give it another minute or so, put it on a bowl. Now, Brian did like it. He tried it and didn't think he would.
Yeah.
And he had 2 bowls.
Yeah. And did you know that you took it out of this fridge and you put it in the mini fridge, but you didn't let him know? And he was looking through it. He thought you
yes,
ate it all
because we had to
earlier.
make room for the
barbecue sauce.
barbecue sauce. Did he find it and get some?
Not the barbecue sauce, the barbecue.
But
No.
he never did.
No.
Now, also,
Are they all the same?
yeah, all these here are my barbecue sauces that I got. And I went ahead and put some of that. That's the Bad Ideal. Made in Oklahoma. It's a Bad Ideal. It's brand new. They sold out. I mean, they'd literally just made it and they sold out of this. But it has scorpion and a bunch of peppers on it. So I went ahead and added this to it after it was done. It's really hot. Added some great flavor. But if you really like hot sauce, I think the way to do this would be when you make your batch is go ahead and mix it.
Oh, they don't got a label.
Yeah, some of them don't. Mix it while you cook it. This one does. This one here is a different one. This is kimchi hot sauce, vinegar, rice,
That's kimchi.
Korean red pepper flakes.
Kimchi paste.
Real good stuff.
This one has super duper cheap whiskey.
Oh, yeah, I got
vinegar,
that one.
Red bell pepper, jalapeno, onion, habanero, arbol,
Yeah,
garlic,
that's not a real hot
and ginger
pepper.
and salt.
Yeah, that's a pepper. It's not a real hot one. It's actually less hot than a jalapeno.
Did I pronounce it right?
Jalapeno. Yeah, arbol. And this is Rescue Dog hot sauce. This one's actually called This Sauce Sucks. It's got some super duper cheap whiskey. I've got this several times. I really like it. It's not super hot or anything. So that was our couple of cooks this week. We did our chicken breast. We did our stir fry. And she's doing another watermelon fasting.
Well, a watermelon diet. This the 3 days again.
Doing the 3 days watermelon diet. And we've also got this set up, like I mentioned earlier, where now you can, if you just want to look at me for whatever reason, I don't know why, don't want to just listen, you can check out the new YouTube channel. It's the Okie Smokin Podcast. Search that, brand new. You could be one of the first subscribers. I don't anticipate many people to subscribe to it, to be honest. I separated it from my main channel because I didn't want to clutter it with this, because I don't think that it goes together perfectly. People are there to watch movies, food videos, and,
Or in the movie theater,
spices and all that kind of stuff. So at first I did, and I removed it. I says I want this on a separate, and it's just there because I just enjoy to do it. It's easier to edit it on video anyway. Throw it out there on YouTube. If you want to see maybe the hot sauce I was talking about, the watermelon, you'll be able to see things like that on there. But before we go, let me go ahead and check and see if there's anything in the community. And as always, of course, there is. So we're going to go over some of the comments that we got here. Talking about the spam. You said you're not a spam fan, right?
Exactly.
Well, neither is Cooking with Sherry. So she left a comment, said, great share, but I'm not a spam fan, so does not like it at all. There's Annie Smoking Pot in her comment, which I talked about. And also had a video on my knife. I didn't talk about this on the last video, did I? This was 6 days ago, so I don't believe I did. He told me I did a knife video, and I added patina to it. Did I talk about this?
I feel like you did, but it's all right. Keep on going.
Yeah, I may have, but I'm just looking at it again here, and he says add hot vinegar, and that will go ahead and help with it. So didn't have too many comments, I guess, because I went from there to there, so not a whole lot in the comment section. So I guess
say, ew, spam.
I guess the spam video didn't 2 comments in, I'm already to the newer comments here, and so I guess that's it on the comment section for this week. Be sure and check us out on YouTube, comment on our videos, and we'll be back here next week, hopefully, after our big cook. So we'll see you then.
Thank you for listening to the Okie Smokin Podcast. Episodes drop every Monday. Don't forget to follow this podcast, or you might miss out on some delicious creations. You can also find us on our website, okiesmokin.com, and on YouTube and other social media platforms. Until next time, keep firing up that grill.